Hello everyone, this is Pooka and welcome to another game I played on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. And in this game I'm going to be using another deck that a lot of people have said that they like, so I figured I might as well post another video of it. And that is the Plasma deck, which features Umbreon as well, which has that ability which gives plus 20 HP to all of your Team Plasma Pokemon in play. And basically we're going to try to make our Pokemon as big and bulky as possible and go from there. See if we can take advantage of that and beat down our opponent with all sorts of good stuff. Now, my opponent is Dark Sonic J. Looks like he's starting off with a Squirtle and a Keldeo. So this seems like a pretty standard Blastoise Keldeo deck. But no supporter. And it looks like he's just going to attach and pass for the turn. So that's good for me. Now I'll just be able to Juniper. I was fortunate enough to top deck that. My supporter was N, but now it's Juniper. So that's probably what I'm going to do here. Just play the Juniper, discard my hand. Sure, I have to discard some resources, but my opponent does not have a good hand, it would appear. So I'm going to be content to just sit back and then Juniper and see what I get. And then I can use Signs of Evolution with Eevee, a nice little attack where you can grab 3 different types of Eeveelutions. I only run Umbreon in this deck though, so that's all I'm going to be able to grab. I'm going to take a look through my deck, see that, let's see, there are 3 Plasma Energy in my deck, and the 4th one is in my hand. So I'll have all 4 to work with this game, that'll be nice. And, not a very powerful first turn, but could be worse. And as long as my opponent doesn't draw into something amazing here, which that superior energy retrieval would suggest that he did not, I am going to be fine. Alright, so now I get a Snorlax. I can retreat into Umbreon. I'm not sure why I retreated when I had 2 switches in my hand. That was probably silly. Because I'm probably going to Juniper this hand away. And I already have energy in the discard pile. That was kind of dumb. What's wrong with you, Kyle? That was stupid. But yeah. Why did I do that? Someone tell me, why did I do that? Alright, it must have been really late when I was playing this game. This was from one of my live streams on Thursday. This was probably hour 4 of my stream, which probably would explain that. And looks like I'm just going to Juniper all that stuff away, and then we're going to Chorus Machine. And I gotta decide, what do I want to go with here? Do I want to power up Snorlax, or do I want to go for Tornadus EX? And you know what? I decide Tornadus EX just does not get enough love. So I'll go ahead and use Raiden Knuckle, and then put 30 damage on the Keldeo X, get back a Plasma Energy that I discarded, and then put a Plasma Energy on the Tornadus EX, which will now have 2. And if I can somehow manage to get all 4 onto that Tornadus EX, I can Jet Blast for 180 damage, which will knock out that Keldeo. But even a 3rd Plasma Energy at this point, let's see, that would do 150. And then another energy. That would be enough for the knockout on this Keldeo. So, that'll be nice. I mean, we're going to go for it. I'm going to Max Potion the Thundurus just in case, and then play a Juniper after I put a Float Stone on it. And bam! Look at that! Double Chorus Machine. Tornadus EX is about to do some jet blasting. And Tornadus EX is a very, very hit or miss kind of a card. It either kind of does a ton and sweeps through somebody, or it gets knocked out right away, and then you lose all of your Plasma Energy, and then you just lose all your momentum and kind of lose the game. So, high risk, high reward, but this seems like a situation where I am ready and willing to take this risk. I do have 220 HP on it thanks to that Umbreon and the Aspersia City Gym. So even if my opponent were to get Rare Candy, Blastoise, Black Kyurem EX, 4 energy, and Black Ballista, I would survive with 20 HP. That is how buff these things get with Umbreon and Aspersia City Gym. So that is kind of showing off the power of this deck. Even if my opponent were to get a Black Kyurem EX doing 200 damage, I would survive and then just respond with a Jet Blast for 200 damage back to him. And I get a knockout. Of course, that could go away if my my opponent were to counter that Aspertia City Gym, but it looks like my opponent has just had a dreadful, dreadful start here and just cannot get anything going. So I'm going to set up Tornadus EX and Jet Blast for 200 damage, knocking out that Squirtle. And it looks like this is going to be one of those times where Tornadus does sweep through my opponent's field. But here's an N. Never know what's going to happen after that. I'm going to go down to 3 cards. Those are 3 pretty darn good cards, though. We got a Shadow Triad, and then a Lightning and a Skyla. The Skyla is going to let me get a switch. And looks like my opponent really doesn't have anything. And that Skyla is going to get me the win, or I'll just draw right into the switch. And this was just a beautiful work of art, this game, huh? Jet Blast for 200. 3 turns in a row, and Tornadus EX getting some of the spotlight here. Maybe the unforgotten Plasma Pokemon. Well, not forgotten. Whatever, you know what I mean. Alright, so that's going to wrap this up. That was a quick game here, but we show off the power of Umbreon and Tornadus EX there, and some Jet Blast. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll have some more videos for you soon. Pooka here from the Top Cut, and I'll see you guys next time.